Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another post commentary, obviously, because I've had to strip the audio from this video since I was doing a dual comm, but what happened was surprisingly I used the wrong microphone because I have like 3 microphones here now, and I left one in that wasn't supposed to be there, so sorry about that. Anyways, we're doing chapter 10 here, I believe, where we stop by a prison and release people. I mean, really? How we're supposed to be escaping from Dayan, trying to get a ship, I guess, and we stop by to release people. That's not very smart. So I have to speak for about 47 minutes and 40 seconds, so pardon me if I'm not very talkative. This was supposed to be a much more fun commentary. I was doing it with Keith from Zelda Universe, just like Raptor Buddha, and it just didn't work out. Every now and then I'm going to stop as the song changes to kind of say what it is. I can't remember what this one is. I think this is... oh, stupid thing. This is Like Father, Like Son. I'm using obviously tracks from the game so that I don't have to worry about copyright and things like that, since it's part of the game. So the very first theme you heard when we broke into the commentary is Wonderful Pirates. It's a hilarious song. I would recommend it if you're gonna make like a funny video or something. Or at least that's the mood. So here we're talking to Ranulph. We're talking about bestiality. Yeah. Just because we're in the country of Galia, people who know Fire Emblem tend to bring up bestiality a lot. And I'm not sure if they're bothered by it, if they're gonna if they're actually into that stuff. I think Keith is one that's into that stuff. That's weird. Never mind. Alright, so anyways, here Ranulph is kind of trying to give us funds to continue our journey. But Ike's like, wait, you're not my employer, I can't take this money. So instead he gives it to Valencia, who in turn gives us the money. 20,000 gold. I mean, why wouldn't you? Our weapons are like near broken by this point in the game, so why wouldn't we accept the money? You're not thinking with your head. There's not really much to say about Ranulph. I mean, he joins our party later, but right here we get Mordecai and Lith to join our cause. I haven't really talked about... I've talked about Laguz in general and my opinion of them, but I haven't talked about Mordecai and Lith. They're fairly good units, but like all Laguz, they need a huge investment, and I just don't feel like I can give them that investment, given how limited the XP is in this game. I mean, you've seen, like, in a few chapters, I've looked at grabbing a little bonus XP by letting everyone escape first and things like that, but this game has very limited experience for all its characters, so you really have to have a good idea of when you get a character, how you're going to use that character, and when he's going to come into play. Here we're going into the song Quiet Days. Just as I look over the support and see who I can support with. Rasta with Titania, Mist with Rolf. I chose not to support Rolf with Mist due to the fact that I have decided not to use Mist. She is another high investment character, which I just don't believe pays off. Even though she will be useful, she's the only character of 2 that's accessible in the boss stage. But being a boss stage, it's either her or no, it's her and Ike in this boss stage. I'm not. I would require to spend a lot of XP on her, and I still don't think she would be good enough for me to use later on the game. So I'd rather focus on the units I already have rather than continue with her. Now, Rolf I will use whenever I have a little extra space in my party. Due to the fact because unlike a lot of LPers for Fire Emblem, I do like archers. I love archers. You don't understand. On Radiant Dawn, I always make sure to train up Shino and Rolf, just due to the fact that after they go to their third promotion, they can attack in 3 range with any bow. It doesn't have to be a long bow. That comes into a lot of advantage over a lot of the units. Mages are easier to pick off with the archers, blah blah blah. I think there's only one archer which I hate in Radiant Dawn. It's Leonardo. Yeah, he's not good enough. Even though he starts out and he's very, very moldable, he just doesn't have good growths. Now, here's a note. Mordecai and Lith have what's called a double growth for their HP, meaning that they'll always get a +1 HP whenever they level up, but they also have another additional 30 or 50%. It'll show up when I'm looking over my units here. Soon, yeah. It'll pop up in a few minutes. Anyways, what that means is if it's over 100, their growth in that particular stat, that means they can get +2 stat. In other words, they can get +2 HP, which is pretty good. But I still don't take advantage of that. Because, as I said, Lagusumi are hard to train. I think there's only one time where I will ever use Lev, and that's just to recruit someone, so... Marcia. I've already explained this before. I don't think Marcia is an awesome unit. I think she's a good unit. I mean, if you invest in her, she'll obviously be good, but I've never had a playthrough with her that she was amazing. If you want to see a playthrough where she was amazing, you should probably go see Mage Knight 404's Fire Emblem playthrough. I mean, the video quality is rather low, but he does have some very good strategies there. He does an Ike solo and then Ike Marcia duo. Because there comes a point in this game where you just can't rely on Ike anymore, because the game really pushes his promotion to late game, which makes him drop in performance behind everyone else. Everyone will start promoting and he'll just stick at level 20. Nobody's gonna help him there. I've been contemplating kind of cutting out these segments of bonus EXP because, well, all I could do is just show their stats later on. I'd say Ileana is... I've been talking to some people who played half of Radiance, who give me a little bit more advice, and people say that Ileana's alright. I don't know. This is the first time I use her for real. Okay, I think the first time I played Path of Radiance, and I didn't even recruit her. I think I killed her, actually, which was... I didn't even know. I thought she was like a boss character or something. As I said, I first started playing this game when I was very young, so I didn't really know much about recruiting people. And I always played in easy mode. Right here, I'm just not sure. I really don't know, because Marcia's... Oh god. Pardon me if I start getting silent here, but to add these little funny things on the side, they tell you the character growths. When editing, the image becomes completely still. Like, I can't tell what's going on. So, watch out. I think first it's lead, with that 130% HP growth. Yeah. And then there's Mordecai with his 150%. I mean, I think Mordecai has the better growths, but that's arguable since they're different archetypes of Lagoos. They have different growths. Again, not using them, so why am I telling you this for? This is Move Out. I completely forgot to tell what this was. Here we get our geography lesson. There are no ships in Gallia because the Beastmen have no they don't have any reason to go out into sea. Don't ask me why. So what we have to do is sneak back into Crimea to get a boat. So that's gonna be annoying. And that is one hell of a path. Trust me, this part of the game where you're looking for the ship, you're getting on the ship and traveling through the ship takes some time to pass through. Because so here Ranulf sits us down and asks us, hey, would you like to get some more reinforcements? Well, there should be some prisoners in this castle here, according to our intel. In this castle we have Nephany, Brom, and Kieran. I haven't used Nephany in this game, but I have used Nephany in other games. In Radiant Dawn. This song is called Beautiful Princess Alencia. These are all on the Path of Radiance original soundtrack, so if you would like to find it and download it, go ahead. I'm not gonna give you a link. I'm a pirate. Or am I? How did I get these music here? I don't know. Technology, oh my god. And here we get Volk. I obviously placed the With Us, the recruitment song here, because obviously you can recruit Volk. Volk is an interesting character. He's the only thief that can promote in the game. That's a shame. That is a shame. Because of how his growths play out. Oops. Oh boy. Looks like I paused my video. I'll go skip a few seconds there. So, Volk, he can get good. I mean, here in the recording we see him crit for once, but I don't plan on using him. I plan on using another thief we'll get later. Thieves are very, very useful in every Fire Emblem game. Even if you don't have any chest keys or door keys, they can open stuff for you. Just Volk's fee, that makes him a little bit iffy, which is why I prefer Saw, other thief over him, because he charges you 50 gold for every lock he unlocks. And that's just bad for your economy. I mean, you may think, okay, 50 gold out of the 20,000 you just got must not be too much. Well, the game's economy really spits at you in Path of Radiance. You have only a very limited budget. I am not kidding you. Like, unless you're willing to sell the weapons of characters you're not gonna use, then that's fairly bad. Here I'm going over my team. I have to take Volk with me no matter what, so I have to deselect Rolf, because I'm gonna need a lot more Fizz fighters than range fighters. We check out the terrain. Do note that above, in the area above your where you start out, there will come reinforcements, and you'll see what they are. I remember they are a Armor Knight, Myrmidon, and an Archer. So if you're using Marcia for this stage, don't leave her back there. Just don't leave her back there, or she'll be dead right off. Here, play side battle. Not the minute you end your turn here, they'll notice you and they'll be like, "Oh, you're attacking us." So then I get my wall up already and move my other characters up. Man, oh yeah, another note. Notice that I haven't talked about the man up there in the cell above Marcia. That is Sephiroth. I can't tell you who he is. That's a spoiler. Oh god, that guy's face is like somebody just chewed it up. I do notice that intelligence systems does seem to work a lot more on the heroes' faces than the generic characters, generic bosses. Like, the people who actually matter to the story are the ones that are actually well drawn, if you know what I mean. Like Marcia, Volk. Yeah, you get what I mean. For example, the boss of this stage, they're like, okay, let's make him a bald head, and that's it. That's our character. Oh, it's two Myrmidons. Sorry. Again, Mia uses Vantage. Vantage is very useful because if an enemy is low in health and he attacks, then she can get a jump on him. That's one of the reasons I like using Mia. Oh boy, you're just eager to attack Ark, aren't you? No, he just beats you down. I don't know if you'll notice, Ike has the most HP out of anyone in my party, I believe. And that's saying a lot, because I did use the Seraph robe on him, which some might consider a mistake, but if I want him to be a juggernaut for a good part of the game, then I did need to give him that Seraph robe. I mean, he's at the level of HP at Boyd now, I believe. So... poor Infinity. They've all been tortured and shit. So this chapter has 5 chests, I believe. There's an assortment of stuff. There's like a javelin or a steel lance in some, I think. I can't remember the contents of all, but you'll see. Man, Mia is already good. She's already this good. I mean, imagine how good she'll be once she promotes. At first I thought Oscar was gonna let me down, given that the first few chapters I did, like even the first chapter I did with Raptor Buddha, he wasn't leveling up enough, in my opinion. He wasn't increasing his stats enough for me to consider using him. But I think he came through, and this sounds like reality TV, and I'm talking about like my cast. Yeah. You get what I mean, you know? Side battle. I'm just like going here through my weapons and realize, oh, it doesn't have a steel axe. Oh well, might as well use the pole lines. It's a waste, but yeah, just gotta get rid of that guy first. Here he goes. Oh, there we are. This is the recruitment song from Fire Emblem 7 or 6. 6, which is Sword of Steels, and I'm going over here, Volk's stats. His growths are good. I'm not gonna complain. He's a good character in my opinion. You kinda have to... I prefer how they made thieves in other games rather than Radiant Dawn and Death of Radiance, where you just give them swords instead of knives. Because it does kind of interfere with their with how they function. Like generally in the Game Boy games and portable games, you'd use them to fight against fighters, and they would dodge spectacularly and things like that. So I never know why most people like using Matthew. He's always ended up with such low strength, and this is a crit. He's always ended up with such low strength for me, and I've never been able to properly use him. I mean, he can promote into assassin and get the whole silencer thing, which is also available in this game for Volk. But I'd rather go for a character with consistent stats that can take out people whenever I really need it, rather than try and throw my luck around. Because I really don't like throwing my luck around with this kind of stuff. It's a bad idea. I really think it's a bad idea to mess with to play with the RNG. Like, the RNG's not gonna screw me over. Of course not. It's another reason why I don't use Gamble in this game, which is one of Kieran's skills. Kieran? I'm not sure if I'll use him, but I'll give him a chance next chapter, I think, if I have room in my party. I know that this is pretty much the team I'm gonna have next round, except for Volk. Volk's gonna go back into the benches, because I really next chapter has no use for him. No use at all. He just, like, if you want to train him up, go ahead. I don't train him up because, as I said before, I don't like assassins. Yeah, he has a knife. She has a, yeah. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. This is the first fight. You can see I'm not going to lay out the Fire Emblem Battle Radiance till the very end. What was it? I'm forgetting something really important here about this stage. Oh yeah, the boss moves in normal and hard mode. Don't mess around with the boss, because he will move. He will move and he will fuck you up. But I do take care of him easily here. Even though it comes to me as a total surprise when he attacks one of my characters. I guess I'm just so used to playing this game in easy mode, I forgot that the bosses do move in some of the normal mode stages. Ike is a character you should really enjoy how good he is for the first and last part of the games, because around the midpoint he just gets so sucky. He gets so sucky. I am sorry. He just sucks so bad. His it's just the fact that the game takes so long to promote him. And this is a problem, because either you choose to abuse the fact that Ike has good growth in the beginning of the game, or you kind of just let nature run its course and give him like a few kills here and there. I'm known to always give my heroes, and I'm not talking about the class hero. Yeah. I'm talking about the main characters. I've always been known to give them way too much XP. I've been known to really abuse it, unless I know that I can't do that, or else they won't promote for a while. Then I won't be able to use them. I think Radiant John did a little bit of a better job with spacing out promotions. I mean, Mikai's promotion comes at the end of her story. Ike's promotion comes at the beginning of the end of the world. Now, I have to say, this is probably the first Fire Emblem not to actually have like some sort of god or almighty creature at the end of it for you to beat. Forte Mortis, I think, Forte Mortis, the Demon King in Fire Emblem 8, Dragon in Fire Emblem 7, and Dragon again in Fire Emblem 6. I can't remember what was for Thracia 776. Shadow Dragon was another dragon. Yeah. Then Radiant Dawn pumped it back to mythology with the two goddesses coming out. I think I joked around with Keith about this game's animations. I mean, it is the very first 3D Fire Emblem, so a lot of their animations were very clumsy. You can obviously see it, like, for example, the mages are just like standing there and they're like, hand out, go, fire, wind, thunder, go. And then when they crit, they're just like, pow! They spin around like they're doing ballet. Why? I don't know why. I really don't know why. I honestly am not going to be using ROM. I think I've said this already. Because you can't re-recruit Gatry and Shinon. I'm not gonna. I think I'm gonna kill Shinon actually, because I hate him. I really, really hate him. How much of a dick he is to Ike. I mean, I get the whole nepotism thing that he's against, but that Ike gets to rule the company instead of him or Gatry or Titania. But he's still a huge fucking dick. He is a dick. And I just can't get over that. But didn't I use this song already? Oh. Here I'm using Oscar to just weaken the enemy. Because Marcia does need the kills, and I want to probably see for myself instead of just watching someone else's LP if she is a very good character. Whoa. Did anyone read that? If you go back and you pause when I'm looking at Sephiron's stats, did you see that? Look at Sephiron's stats. I did not notice that before. 29 luck. No, wait, sorry. 22 speed. 20. No, sorry. I can't remember what it was. Oh wow, that was a necessary crit. What was that? Those were absurdly high stats, and that is a huge hint as to what's to come in the next game. Due to the fact that he's like this good at this part of the game, when you can't even use him, is really a tell of what he can do. You can only use him in Radiant Dawn. Oh, here's the Fire Emblem theme for Shadow Dragon. I thought Shadow Dragon was clumsy at best at an adaptation. Due to the fact that it tried to implement some of the stuff from more modern Fire Emblem games, but it also tried to implement a lot of new features like reclass. Why are you introducing reclass now to Fire Emblem when the first game didn't have that? It's really not part of Fire Emblem to have reclass. That's something you see in Fire Emblem Tactics. And the fact is, it wasn't worked out very well unless you took a character like Sedgar or Wolf. Of course, this part of my commentary is for people who have actually played the game and know who they are, what they do. There are two pre-promote units that come at levels 2 and 1. No, 1 and 2 respectively, which is why I use Sedgar, because he has a lot more room to grow. and he becomes an amazing unit, just raising every single stat, almost every single level up, and sometimes getting +2 HP. Oh, he is just an amazing hero or something. Wolf is an amazing knight, I mean, general, if you want to use him. But, in my opinion, I don't use him a lot, so. Though Sedgar and Wolf can be a little bit hard to train. The fact that you have to feed them kills, and then you'd have to use the arena for the rest of the people. I tend to arena abuse a lot when I'm playing, like off camera. Of course, in this game, you can't arena abuse due to the very fact that they don't exist in this universe of Fire Emblem. Again, as I said, very limited amount of EXP in this game. I didn't mean for Oscar to kill the guy there, but he deserved the kill. He did deserve the kill because he'd been tanking for so long. I mean, without Gatry, we need somebody with high defense like Oscar to take over and manage things for a bit. No, the Halberdier and the 2 Armor Knights up there, they do not move. So, do whatever you want to them. They have javelins, so if you're gonna use magic on them, watch out. I'd suggest just using Boyd, because the man's a beast. I forgot what Boyd's current strength is, but if he caps it, that'll be good. Like, Boyd's most of the time caps his strength, which is limited at 20 for new units that haven't been promoted yet. And then it goes to something like 30 or something. The Radiant Dawn's stat caps are just ridiculous. I mean, really? He can have 40 strength? Jesus fuck, man. Yeah, and you thought no, it's more than 40. It's ridiculous how much strength a single unit can have, how much magic, how much everything. Like and the fact that some of the characters like the Lagoose can go up to level 30 or 40, and I think it's 30. I think it's 30. Just makes them so broken. No, it doesn't make them so broken. It makes characters like Raisin broken as though as they I can't talk. What do you have? An insect in your mouth? Make them almost untouchable. I mean, it doesn't matter how good the enemy unit. It could be probably the boss, and they can't touch Raisin because he's motherfucking Raisin. And again, I am dribbling off into spoilers and things like that. I am so sorry. I just have to talk for 47 minutes here to fill up what I lost, so that's bad. So you can see here, my boy's already at what, 39, nearly 40 health without a Seraph Robe. I mean, he starts out with 30 HP, so that's to be expected from him. And he's level 16. I think I was watching Metroid Hunter's playthrough, and his was at level 18 and was still at 37 HP, which is odd. Seeing as he does have a very high growth of HP, I believe. What was I doing here? Oh yeah, I was baiting the two little Myrmidons there to try and get him to move and attack Oscar, and then bait them in and kill them with Marcia. But I'm honestly considering not using Marcia due to the fact that her wings are clipping through the wall there. I think I'm just thinking here. I'm talking to Keith, just figuring out my next move, whether I should move Rust up or not. I mean, if they wanted to attack Frost, they would have probably moved now by now, right? So I don't know what's going on. I forgot to say the name of the song, didn't I? This is the Grail Mercenaries. Here I cut out and then I come back, so I had to go do something. But here we go. I really don't have much more to say. I mean, I could probably just crack a few wise jokes about Ike doing cocaine, or as they call it on straight speed. Or I could just not talk and sleep. Sleep, my pretty. Sleep as you try and finish this commentary. I haven't slept in 3 days, says the computer. The computer has been uploading videos for 3 days straight. The last 2 episodes with Raptor Buddha were the last ones that were added, and they were fairly good. Because in good, it's very, very frightening. Mamma mia. Here we go again. My, Mamma mia. Here we go again. My, how could I forget you? Did I really just break out into song? I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Sometimes, how did I not control myself there? Oh well, whatever. It's better to just keep it in now. Oh, yeah, sorry Keith's down there, but I'm pretty much keeping him on wind spells, because this game is very iffy with its weapon levels. It takes a long time to freaking level up your weapon level. It's another one of my criticisms of this game, but then again, you do have Soren for some time, so I guess you could opt to train him in a couple different magics, seeing as it would be useful for killing Lagoos or things like that. But Soren is good due to the fact that he uses wind magic, which is good for 2 types of units. Oh, just 1 type of unit in general, but this one has like several subtypes. For example, right here we have 1 flyer. Flyer is Marcia. Marcia is susceptible to arrows and to wind magic. Well, the fact that the wind would, I don't know, screw up the flight pattern or something. Yeah, that something about logic. Don't ask me. Statue Fragment. Statue Fragment allows you to raise your character's con, so they can, what was it? Raise their con so they can actually not get slowed down by weapons that are heavier than them. Uh-oh. It's Denamil. He does have quite of a sharp bite, but he is slow, so feel free to just ram him in. Here I think I finished him off with my mages, due to the fact that, again, boss generals don't have a lot of resistance, so they're easy to pick off. They're really easy to pick off if they don't have like a ranged weapon like a javelin or something. Yeah. See? Oh, weapon level up. He is doing good. So here, instead of having Ileana finish him off, I just go ahead and take the hammer, because why not? Damn, boys, it's been taking too long. I mean, where the hell's my apple pie? I ain't got the patience to finish this stupid commentary. I mean, look, I got a master seal and all, but I still got another 8 minutes on the damn clock. I am starting to veer off from what I'm supposed to be saying, as there is nothing else to commentate since I have no one here to ask me questions about the game. I started this whole thing about asking questions about the game with dual commentators, so that it would help me to explain the game and all in all to anyone who might be watching this for the first time. Why I'm speaking in this voice is very annoying. Yeah, they won't fight, so that's annoying. But it's kind of logical, because if you've been a prisoner, you've obviously been Did I just shove her? Oh god. If you've obviously been underfed, you're weak, whatever, you know. Yeah, alright. So they wouldn't be able to fight. That's why the game doesn't let you, I think, give them weapons or anything. I think you can probably trade them some weapons and they'll fight, maybe. But I never tried it, and I wouldn't recommend it since they wouldn't get any XP and they could get slaughtered by the boss there. If you know the answer to whether, oh shit, whether you can give them weapons and they'll fight, then go ahead and put in the comments, I guess. I do have to ask to people who watch my channel, do you enjoy these dual commentaries? Do you like what I'm doing with the channel? I mean, being a little bit more respectful to games, not being so random. I mean, obviously, the hilarious content has... well, not exactly hilarious. Content has been trimmed down quite a bit, seeing as I have to work a lot harder on each video. Can she kill him? Oh yes, thank God. March, you're such a pain to level up. Why do you come at level 5? Why do you come at level 5? Skill, yeah. They're bad level up in my opinion. I really don't like her base stats, I'm sorry. Like some Pegasi that are good in some fighting games, I would say Florina from Blazing Sword. Who else? Est and Pala are very good, but I've never managed to get them to their promotes as Pegasus Knights, due to the fact that Shadow Dragon has this really stupid online shop. I don't get it. You have an online shop to get special promotional items. Don't ask me. And the Elysian Whip is a promotional item, which is completely separate to the Master Seal, which would just make them Wyvern Knights or Wyvern Lords, I can't remember what. It annoys me. A lot of people do complain about Est being a little bit under level, but if you give her the kills, she will manage to be very good. Here I had a little Phoenix Wright music just because I don't have any more music except for the end of the game. I love Phoenix Wright. If you haven't played it, screw you. If you haven't played it, screw you. I mean, seriously, it is a good game. It's very different, as in it takes the whole Japanese dialogue. Like Japanese games have a lot of dialogue, and that's exactly what the game has. Dialogue. That's all you get, which is inherently annoying to some people because there's no actual gameplay. And did I forget a freaking chest? Oh my god! I have to go and see what's in that chest. Oh man. I can't believe I forgot a chest. There was probably money in there or something. So stupid. So how many locks is that? I mean, there's the first lock in the beginning of the no. There's the first lock that the first door he unlocked. Then he used the door key twice, so that's only 50 gold so far. Then he opened 3 chests or 2 chests. I can't remember. 2 chests. So that's 150 gold spent selling, opening doors using Volk. Could have been 200, but I forgot the last chest. Here we have Kieran. First he was wearing a mask all throughout the beginning of the chapter, but here he is. He was in charge of escorting Alencia out of the country or to safety. I can't remember which. But his entire unit was ambushed and he died, and then we inherited his mission because Alencia hired us. Braum and Evany are just militia, part of the militia around here. Well, not much else to say about them. I mean, Neffany is very quiet. She doesn't talk much. So not much to say about her unless you get her to support with someone. Yeah, you won't find out much about her. You could partner her up with Braum, but I don't use Braum, so I'm gonna partner her up with someone else. Hey there, sir. It's over leveled. He's freak. He could have taken a level by himself. He could have stormed out of the fucking jail by himself. Radiant. No, can't say anything about Radiant Dawn. So, looks like we're at the end of our commentary here. Sorry if I've gotten sleepy and drolled off into music and stuff like that. I had to do this on a very short notice, so I apologize for the quality of this. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead. I really don't insist upon it, but I'm starting to think I should. Due to the fact that I'm really low on subscribers. Whatever. Anyways, so here you get the choice. That was just a trial, whether you get to keep whether you want Volk or not. And I'd elect to keep him. And I love this scene, how Soren's just like, he'll be easy to control. Soren, he's standing right there. and Volk's just like, whatever, I just want to get hired. I don't want to be bored anymore. He looks like a pedophile, for God's sake. First the thief and then that monk. What an odd band of characters you've attracted. I think every single Fire Emblem protagonist attracts a very, very weird cast of characters, ranging from like their very first units to anyone they recruit. I mean, Sephiroth and Volk are very mysterious. We have Volk, who we don't know what's he doing. He has information for us about Ike's father, or for Ike's father. So, I guess this is farewell. See you guys next time. 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 Guys next time.